Izmir. No.
You may be well versed in American wines from, let's say, Napa or perhaps the Russian River Valley, but you might want to venture out of the United States to try some new wines. Haley Hamilton, founder and president of the Dallas Uncorked and wine columnist for D Magazine's Side Dish, is here to talk about some delicious Spanish creations. Welcome, Haley.
Hi.
Okay, so
Thank you for
when we
having me.
think of Spain, I usually think of like a sangria, which
Perfect.
actually wine goes into, but
Exactly.
I'm not really sure if I'm familiar with specific
Different-
Spanish wines.
Different Spanish wines.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Cava is Spain's sparkler. That's their champagne.
Okay, and that's what you've brought right
I brought
here.
the first one. I have it in our glass. It's from.
And can I add, this is a beautiful
Isn't it gorgeous?
bottle. Can we
Yes.
get a close-up on this bottle? It's got, I mean, it's heavy, too.
It is. It's a really great presentation. This is the Reserva Heredad from Segura Viudas. I love.
And that's what I'm sipping on right now.
This bubble.
It's really tasty.
It's aged for 30 months, and so it's really nice and concentrated on the leaves, which basically means the yeast, and so it gives it a nice creaminess, still with a nice kind of crispness, and it's a fantastic price. You
Yeah,
can
and it's
usually
not-
find it for $25.
I think champagnes are tough because they either are too smooth, and then the next thing you know, you're like have had 5 glasses and they sneak up on you. But those are usually like the expensive ones. I feel like that are more smooth, or the cheaper ones,
Or that give you a bad headache.
They give you a horrible headache, and they've got like that tart, like
Right.
tangy, and this is great.
It's beautiful.
and it's not too expensive,
It's
and
not
you
too
get this
expensive.
beautiful bottle.
And it's still made in the traditional method, so that's what you kind of always want to look for. I love this one.
And I'm always looking for pretty bottles that make like
Exactly.
good
It's a great
hostess
gift.
gifts.
Exactly.
Just because like the bottle can be as beautiful as
What's inside.
as delicious as the
and
wine.
That's what they had hoped for.
That's great.
Next one
Where
is,
can we find this?
Everywhere.
Okay,
I will
okay.
say
So
pretty
it's
much
not some
for
exclusive-
All of the wines that we have today, you can find at pretty much any kind of Specs, Eagles,
Okay, perfect.
Total, any of those.
Awesome.
Next one is an Albarino. Albarino is kind of still a very hot white grape from the region. Then I like this Martin Codex because they also leave it on the leaves, which means leaving it on the yeast makes it
You
nice
always
and
teach
creamy.
me so much every time I hear it. You're like, leave it on the leaves,
Yes.
and then I can be at dinner with my
Exactly.
friends.
Oh, they left
this
this on the
tastes like
leaves.
it's been left on the leaves.
Exactly. It adds a nice creaminess to a really, really crisp, still light white wine. Also a good value. I think this is about $13. Beautiful, beautiful wine. Rioja is when we think of the Tempranillo grape. Tempranillo is forever. We just thought of Rioja, and that's the grape that goes inside. It's kind of the region that made us know what was going on in Spanish wines. This one is from Campo Viejo. It's their Reserva, which they leave it in oak for 18 months and then an additional 18 months in the bottle before they actually release it, which gives it really, really good texture. It has a really good concentration, really lovely, gorgeous wine. Next one is from Priorat. Priorat is a very, very hot region in Spain. The Morlanda is a blend of Carignana and Garnacha, which is Grenache, if you have heard that grape from France. Really intense. This is your beef wine, this is your lamb wine, this is
So this is a heavier, I mean,
It's
like what we might
heavy-
compare to in an American wine, like a
big bold Napa Cab or
Okay.
something like that.
Okay, so a really heavy
flavor,
cab.
yes, different flavor profile, but really rich,
Okay.
very concentrated and gorgeous.
And I like how you do this kind of in order from like light to heavy.
Heavier, exactly.
Okay. And
then
now
I
you've
did-
whipped up
yes.
some sangria.
And then I did
Yay!
make up a little sangria. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Oh, sorry, I was just diving right in.
And I love to do. Spain does rosés really nicely.
Ooh, that's lovely.
It's what's in here is this rosé made from the Tempranillo grape, a little Moscato borrowing from Italy a little bit, just to add a little sweetness.
So you've mixed a wine and a champagne. No.
It's a still. It's just two different wines.
Okay.
One's a little sweeter, a little more sugar, and then we
And
have.
here comes Miss
That's
Susie
right.
Humphreys.
And then we have a little Cointreau and a
words
little
needed.
brandy, and then all your beautiful fruit. I actually top it off with a little bit of club soda. You can also
Just to give it a little sparkling.
Yes, I love.
And you know what? I love making sangria for like especially as the weather starts to get warmer. It's
This
a
is
great
your
thing to have as you
springtime-
sit out by the
Exactly.
patio and by the pool. Thanks for being
Cheers.
here. Cheers.
Thank you.
You guys, you can find Haley on the Side Dish blog. That's D Magazine's foodie blog at dmagazine.com or by visiting DallasUncorked.com.